The spokesman for the Israeli army said they would expand their ground operations in Gaza on Friday night.
In addition to the attacks that we carried out in recent days, ground forces are expanding their activity this evening. The IDF is acting with great force on all levels to achieve the objectives of the war.
Let's go to Nida Ibrahim, who's in Ramallah for us. Nida, what more do we know about any ongoing ground battles taking place in Gaza?
Well, according to the latest Israeli remarks that we've been hearing about the ground invasion, the only thing we know is that they say that they've expanded their operations on the ground offensive. There's a little that we can tell you on that because we don't have enough information from the Israeli side and we don't have much contact with Palestinians in the besieged Gaza Strip who can tell us what's happening over there. But there has been an interview with the French ambassador to Israel. He spoke to the official Israeli radio, and he was saying that in a closed session, he was told that Israel is moving towards the second phase of the war. That's not clear what that means, if it really means the ground invasion, if it means something else, because again, there's little information we've been getting from the Israeli side. The latest we've got from them is from an announcement from the Israeli forces saying that they've managed to struck Issam Abu Rukbeh, who is a Hamas leader. They say he was the head of the aerial array and he had planned the attack on October the 7th, basically with the paragliding, with the drones, with everything else. So there's no way we can confirm those news because usually what happens is that Israel announces that it struck certain Hamas officials, but then Al-Qassam brigades kind of like negates that or says it's not true. So this is the latest that we have so far. Let's not forget to mention that after the UN General Assembly has voted on a non-binding resolution to offer some sort of a humanitarian truce, the Israeli officials have rejected that, and the Israeli foreign minister said that this decision was despicable and that they are still basically doing their job and keeping the main target, which is eliminating Hamas.
And Nida, I know there's been growing tension also where you are in the occupied West Bank. What are the latest lines coming from there?
Well, we could say that tonight was the least we've seen in terms of Israeli raids in the occupied West Bank because we've been seeing them intensively going into Palestinian towns and villages in the past 3 weeks. But today, the only major update that we can give you is the demolition of a home near Aljazeera refugee camp here very close to Ramallah, where the Israeli forces say that it was built illegally and that the Palestinians needed permissions to build there, but they didn't get that. But we know from people in the camp that the owner of the house is a leader and has been affiliated in the past, at least, to be with Hamas, and that Israel has been doing that as kind of sending a message to the Hamas leaders and part of its crackdown on people who have been affiliated with it in the past or are affiliated with the movement. Now he's been arrested a couple of days ago and now his house has been demolished.
Thank you for that update, Nida Ibrahim there in Ramallah.